Tokyo, my dear friends. This is Daisuke, and I very much hope that this video finds you well and in very good spirits wherever you are in the world. And today, if you don't mind, I would very much like to continue on with the 31 days of gangster films and police films from the year 1970 to the present day. And it is my hope that this can afford us, you and me, with the opportunity to be able to speak about as many films as possible within these respective genres over the course of these 31 days. Today, and specifically for this video, I'd like to focus in on the cop film or the police film genre. And for that, I have a film that is so fantastic, I think. It's so entertaining. And I'm very happy to be able to share a little bit of how I feel about this film with you today for purposes of the 31 days discussion. As I say, we can talk about this one in the police film genre. It is a police film, it is a thriller, it is a mystery. There are a lot of elements of the criminal underworld and organized crime and also petty crime and also something of the unexplained and and also a very moving family drama about a couple, a family, dealing with tragedy and loss, while at the same time the police officer trying to figure out the clues and solve this particular mystery that is afoot. This is a film described as being released from 2012. It is directed by Rima Kagti and written by Rima Kagti and Zoya Akhtar, and with the music, really absorbing music by Ram Sampath, and then starring Amir Khan and Kareena Kapoor and Rani Mukherjee. This is a work that I was so absorbed with and entertained when I saw it for the first time, and I was very glad to be able to get this on disc, which is this film. This is Talash, The Answer Lies Within. I am well, let me say that this is a film that is a film from India, and it is a modern day film. It has a very great and stylish look to it. It has a high octane thriller element to it. There's also the story of the police officer, the investigating officer. This is Suri. This is the Amir Khan character, and he is trying to figure out or solve this particular incident involving what seems to be an accident, a traffic accident on the road in the middle of the night one particular time. And however, upon investigating the circumstances involving this particular traffic accident, our hero Suri begins to slowly realize that there are more things afoot. There are things about, celebrity and movie stardom, and also wealth and class, and also crime and the criminal underworld, and blackmail and murder or death or hidden secrets, and also extortion and the like. And so this leads to this whole world, this web of mystery and intrigue, as well as some of the unknown. And let me just put it that way, because there are so many turns and surprises that await one when one watches the film Talash, The Answer Lies Within, when one watches this film for the first time. So it is so much a high-octane thriller that is also a suspense film. It is also a police film because, as I say, our main character, or the main characters, can be said to be members of the law enforcement side. and they are here trying to essentially investigate and solve the crime or solve the mystery. And there are a number of mysteries afoot here, which makes it also so absorbing, so entertaining. Now, that is one side of the coin. The other side of the coin, too, is the human element, the human drama. And this involves the great performances. Amir Khan as our police officer protagonist hero, Suri, and his wife, who is played by Rani Mukherjee. Now, their relationship, their dynamic is also one of the critical landmark parts of this film, because they have a troubled relationship because of a recent, very tragic event that has occurred. So they are dealing with loss. They are dealing with trying to resolve this type of tragedy that has befell them, and they are trying, therefore, to salvage and resolve their own relationship while in the midst of dealing with their own personal tragedy and trauma and loss. So that is a very significant aspect of the human drama, while at the same time, Suri, the main character, is having to investigate this particular accident, which could be leading to crimes or many crimes from the past. Who knows? It will depend on how the investigation carries itself out. But this, in turn, gives him the opportunity to meet other people along the way, and one of those characters is the character of Rosie, who is the Kareena Kapoor character, and his relationship with her, and she works as maybe a call girl type of character here, though her role in the film, as it develops and as we see the various plots build and build and build, her role might be said to be quite critical in terms of the way in which the plot or plots unfurl at the very entertainingly high energized pace that they do. So there is a great performance there by Kareena Kapoor, and also the great performance by Amir Khan and Rani Mukherjee. This energy, this dynamism that is fueled on by these performances, this energy is absolutely electrifying. It is so charged, and there are moments of real human, say, fallibility on display. I mean, you can understand some of the frustration, some of the almost moody, brooding type of activity going on, especially on the part of the main character. You can also understand the sense of feeling isolated and alone on the part of, say, his wife in the film. And you also understand the idea of wanting a sense of, say, justice, or probably wanting a sense of dealing with some kind of unjust circumstances or events, and the ability or inability to do that causes even more, say, frustration or more will to go on, depending on the particular character and depending on the particular circumstances. So this is my way of trying to suggest that this film has so much in the way of human drama, human interaction, and there are very, very touching moments of connection. There are also very understandable and relatable moments of human frailty that are on display here. And I mean, little things too, just like meeting friends randomly after going to a movie and then just not feeling up to it, not wanting to talk for some kind of reason that's, I think, revealed when one watches the film. But just little things like that, I think, make this film so relatable and so accessible, while at the same time allowing us into this world that is very charged, very much breathtaking speed and pace in a lot of places, as well as really giving us the human aspect of what it is that's going on. And that's true also of the plot of the film as well. I mean, there are the plot does involve aspects of crime and death and extortion and shootouts and gangsters and that sort of thing, and blackmail. And so there's some violent scenes going on. There are some scenes of confrontation and violence, and indeed death as well. But this is another way to the concept of death, and I'll try to be as vague as possible here, but the concept of death too is treated here. There is a real poignant way that death is treated, and when I say that, I mean the way in which maybe how death is treated, or perhaps a better way to explain it, how people are affected in a human way, in a real way, in an emotional way, how people are affected by death, whether that death be something maybe related to themselves directly, or how that death might be related to people around that person, someone close to that person. Whatever the case may be, this film handles that concept of the way in which people are affected by death in a really emotionally powerful way, and also in an intriguing way too, because that also leads to one of the intriguing aspects of how the plot turns and twists in quite unexpected ways. So that is, I think, a really strong part of the film. And also, I mentioned the look and the feel and the style. We have the modern day landscapes, the city landscapes, and there are contrasts in terms of the various aspects that we see. Sometimes we see very wealthy areas, sometimes we see maybe less than wealthy areas, but they are all depicted in a way that is very direct and very much of a cinematic style and presence. It is so fresh, it's so well paced, the direction is spot on, the music is it's so exciting. On the one hand, it's also very rich and moody and atmospheric in terms of the songs, and on the other, and they really help to show and portray the emotion of the scene. So I want to emphasize that too. This is a film that is full of action, full of suspense and mystery, and it's also filled with so much emotion, and that connection and that combination in this film, Talash, is certainly one to behold, from 2012. Such an entertaining film. I strongly recommend it if you're able to see it. This is so much fun. From India. The film is Talash, directed by Rima Karti, starring Amir Khan, from 2012. Talash, the answer lies within. Okay, my dear friends, so that's it for now. And so until we meet again, please be happy and healthy and well. And please keep on watching a lot of great movies. Thank you so much, as always, for your time. I very much appreciate it. Stay strong, stay safe, and cheers.